Discover the fascinating history behind the Marshall Plan, one of the most successful foreign aid initiatives in history. This massive aid program, implemented by the United States after World War II, played a pivotal role in Europe's post-war recovery. Learn about the challenges and successes of the plan, as well as interesting facts and details that you may not have known before. Don't miss out on this incredible story of international cooperation and determination. The Marshall Plan, officially known as the European Recovery Program, was a massive aid program implemented by the United States in the aftermath of World War II. It was named after Secretary of State George Marshall and was designed to provide financial assistance to help rebuild Europe, which had been ravaged by the war. The plan was one of the most successful foreign aid initiatives in history and played a pivotal role in Europe's post-war recovery. The Marshall Plan was announced by George Marshall in a speech at Harvard University on June 5, 1947. In his speech, Marshall recognized the devastation that had been wrought upon Europe by the war and the urgent need for assistance to rebuild. He called upon the United States to provide aid to Europe, stating that the whole world of the future hangs on a proper judgment of this issue. The speech was met with widespread approval, and the United States began to work on the implementation of the plan. The Marshall Plan was initially proposed as a 4-year program, with a budget of $17 billion. However, the program was extended several times and ultimately provided a total of $13 billion in aid to 16 European countries over the course of 5 years. The aid was given in the form of grants, loans, and technical assistance, and was used to finance the rebuilding of infrastructure, such as roads, bridges, and railways, as well as to support industry and agriculture. The implementation of the Marshall Plan was not without its difficulties. One of the biggest challenges was deciding which countries would receive aid and how much they would receive. The United States had to balance the need for assistance with the desire to ensure that the aid was used effectively and that it did not fall into the hands of communist parties, which were gaining power in many European countries at the time. Another challenge was the logistical difficulties of distributing the aid. Much of Europe's infrastructure had been destroyed during the war, and getting goods and supplies to the countries in need was a major undertaking. The United States worked with European governments to develop plans for distributing the aid, and in many cases, had to provide technical assistance to help rebuild ports and transportation networks. Despite these challenges, the Marshall Plan was an overwhelming success. By the end of the program in 1952, the economies of the recipient countries had grown by an average of 35%, and industrial production had surpassed pre-war levels. The Marshall Plan helped to create a stable economic and political environment in Europe, which helped to prevent the spread of communism and paved the way for the formation of the European Union. There are many interesting facts about the Marshall Plan. For example, the plan was originally proposed by the United Kingdom, which was unable to implement it due to its own financial difficulties. The plan was also initially met with skepticism by some in the United States, who were concerned about the cost and the potential for communism to spread in Europe. Luck also played a role in the success of the Marshall Plan. The United States was in a unique position to provide aid due to its economic strength and lack of physical damage from the war. Additionally, the plan coincided with the beginning of the Korean War, which increased the demand for American goods and helped to boost the U.S. economy. In conclusion, the Marshall Plan was a remarkable achievement in international relations and foreign aid. It played a crucial role in the rebuilding of Europe after World War II and helped to create a stable economic and political environment in the region. The success of the plan was due to a combination of factors, including the leadership of George Marshall, the economic strength of the United States, and the determination and hard work of European governments and citizens. The legacy of the Marshall Plan can still be seen today in the stability and prosperity of Europe.